I met him in a very unlikely place. This man that I married. A man that I never thought I would see again. It was at the graveside of my first husband. All the guests were gone, except my mother. She was seated in my car a distance away. I couldn't leave the freshly covered grave. I sat there, on the ground, my white dress covered in dust. I had refused to wear the traditional black. All my hopes and happiness looked like they had been buried alongside Dan. My mother would later tell me that the red Ford had driven and parked just beside him. She had simply thought he was a guest who came late, perhaps a friend to Dan. There was nothing wrong in paying condolences to a grieving wife, so she had sat put and simply watched. All I knew was that there was a pat on my shoulder. I looked up sharply, half expecting to see the smiling face of Dan, telling me it was all a prank and that he wasn't dead. I'm sorry for your loss, Oma. I stared at the face of the man that had just called me Oma. Only one person called me that, but this person looked different. He was stocky, broad-shouldered, darker, and clean-shaven. He was everything opposite of the one who called me that, but the eyes were the same. Strange. The years had changed physique, but not the eyes. He gazed at me soberly and concerned, very concerned. The intensity of his gaze pulled me to him like it had always done when those eyes danced around in happiness. "Malik!" I screamed before covering my mouth in shock and surprise. He nodded, kicking the dirt away with his expensive shoes. I stood awkwardly. From the corner of my eyes, I saw my mother approaching. She was coming to rescue me, I knew. Malik and I looked at each other in silence. My mind went back to the many years, as I am sure his did too. Very quickly, he put his hand into the pockets of his trousers and brought out his business card. "Call me," he said, "even if all you want to do is talk." I took the card. He turned and left. I watched as he walked giant strides to his car. His chauffeur jumped out to open the door for him. They drove off. My mother was beside me before I could react. "Susan, it's time to go," she said, tugging on my arm. I followed her without thinking. My mind was in a jumble. Where had Malik come from? I had searched for him everywhere until I gave up. That was many years ago.